Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we're going to be talking about Dr. Stone Season 3, Episode 5, and we are building a ship and kind of failing at building a ship. Kaseke is like, we're trying to move all of these giant pieces together, and then it's becoming more and more crooked and becoming more and more of an issue. So Senku is thinking they're going to have to make a small man crew, basically scrap the idea, and then just have several people go, as opposed to like a very large crew. Uh, However, Ryusui is like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. I want the giant ship. I want the big crew. I want my mega yacht. It is happening. It is getting done. And maybe his wish comes true. So we go to a flashback where I don't know what the equivalent of 1 million yen is. Is that like $100,000 or something? Because I know like a couple thousand yen, like I think like 3,000 yen is like equal to like 20 something dollars. So wouldn't that be like a couple $100,000? I mean, I could be wrong, but he figured out a way to take that money and invest it and make more money for himself in order to be greedy. So Francois, whose name I decided to look up how to pronounce, um, they are asked like what they truly think of Ryusui, and they say that they think that Ryusui is not actually completely terrible, because greed is passion, and passion gets you what you want to a certain extent. When he wants something, he demands it and works towards it. So I mean, there you go. Basically, he figures out a way to make it happen, no matter what. He wanted an old school sailboat, so that's exactly what happened. And we got the old school sailboat. So his idea is that he is going to make a model, a 1/48 scale model, so that way they can map out everything and make it everything piece by piece, and then slowly fit it together. And that's exactly what they do. They make a scale model of it. He's trying to get a casino going, and they're like, yeah, Ezeko's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that, not doing a casino. Um, and he makes these giant kind of tracing tools to trace outlines of the parts that need to be made in order to make the giant ship. And this takes about a year. In the meantime, we're winter again. So, we got like snowboarding and skiing, and they're just having a grand old time entertaining themselves. Um, Also making vanilla essence and making chocolate as well, through apparently a tiny amount of cocoa. And it looks like a chili pepper to me. It looks like a habanero. It's like a chocolate substitute, he says. Oh, sorry, snap pea powder. My mistake. Um, but basically, yeah, they got chocolate too. Everybody loves chocolate. I love chocolate. Clearly, for but then we have Manami is documenting everything the entire time, and right here it's kind of concerning because she's like, "This is my last. This might be my last." So I was kind of concerned about that. I was like, "Oh well, we had the antibiotic for Ruri in the first season." Um, so I'm wondering if she has some sort of underlining health illness where she's gonna be hurting really bad or something along those lines. And we just kind of continue making the ship. It's really hard to make a giant metal engine for this ship as well, steel engine. So Senku is using his tools to make the same tool but a better version of it, which I guess that kind of makes sense because you need a metal lathe. So he's using the wooden lathe to make a metal lathe to use it to make the motor. And a lathe is basically a tool that spins things. Um, we also get swimsuits for like 2 seconds. You don't get to see much of Ruri or oh my god, I'm forgetting her name, Yuzuria. You get to see him for like half of a second, and then it's gone. And Ginro, being a creep, is like, "Oh, can I touch it?" And nope, you don't get to see Kohaku at all because she is loving it and she is flying through the water. So too bad, no Kohaku cheeks for you. Moving on. The ship is getting closer and closer to completion. Uh, Minami is like tearing up and basically saying, "This is the last year we're going to spend together." she's like, "Come on, everybody, get together for a photo." And then Senku basically reassures her. She's like, "No, we are definitely going to meet again." Like he's like 100% positive. We are going to go set sail on this giant ship we just built. We will meet again, and we will figure out who did the petrification and bring it back because they got to save Tsukasa too, if you remember Tsukasa. Um, However, there is a problem that Kohaku, if I can get to it, um, is saying after we get everybody on the ship. So before we get to Kohaku, Ryusui is like, okay, here's everybody that I want going, and it's pretty much the majority of the team. The only reoccurring characters that don't seem to be going, or that I saw, I can't tell if Suika's on the ship or not. But we kind of see like a going away thing at the end of the episode, and Rory is not going to be on it, so we're not going to see her for a long time. I know she's kind of a side character anyway. Um, and then uh, Manami, the journalist, she is not going to be there either. She is staying back, so it's going to be very interesting to see what characters got left behind because I don't know if Suika got left behind or not. Suika is kind of a fan favorite, cutesy little character. Um, Genro was called upon and initially decided he wasn't going to go. Of course, Taiju is going. Of course, the muscle team's going. You need engineers. You need a chef. Francois. Genro is like, yeah, I'm not getting on that ship. And they're like, yeah, we're not going to force you, because if you're a liability on the ship, you could lead the ship to crash. Or, you could hurt somebody in the process. So we definitely do not want you on this ship if you don't want to be on it. And just, they said some people didn't go, but it looked like the entire cast of main characters went. You would think you would want some muscle left behind, for farming, things along those lines. And it kind of is, I mean, obviously, kind of the no-name characters that got depetrified from Tsukasa's army stayed behind in order to do it. Kohaku was like, wait a minute, what about Hoga and the girl whose name I'm forgetting? That people that we kind of forgot about, um, and they decided to bring them with them. So because if they left them behind and they got out, they could essentially take over all of Japan just by themselves. Oh, Homaru. Homura, sorry, is the girl's name I am forgetting. But yeah, no, if they left them behind and left them out, they could retake over the entire village if they wanted to, and the power team would not be behind. So Senku decided to make a jail. They don't even talk. Like, they're in the episode for 2 seconds. We're reminded that they exist, but they legitimately do not even talk in this episode. Um, they're just kind of there, and they're going to be on the ship, and I can guarantee you we're probably not going to see much of them. Um, so we're sailing away. Everybody's saying goodbye. Then Genro decides that he's going to jump in for kind of sleazy reasons. Because he thinks that he'll be able to be the village chief. He's never going to catch up to the ship. The ship's moving way too fast, and he'll get all the women and money and food and all the cool things that he wants. Unfortunately, Senku points sonar out there. Yeah, let's see, who do we have up here? That is... Yeah, we got Rory up here, we got Manami up here, we got Tsukasa's younger sister is up here as well. That's all I can tell by the outline. A lot of the people that were originally villagers that did not get petrified are staying behind. But yeah, again, around his things. But yeah, sonar is a thing. So Taiju jumps off, goes and gets him. And then he was like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. He didn't think he was actually going to be on the ship. So Genro might be a little bit of a liability. But Kenro is happy because Kenro was kind of like sad. He was like, I've never been separated from my brother before. This is kind of going to be sad for me. But the goal is now, though, to get to the space island. Essentially, we are going. He wants to go get some sort of technology from the island that his father, I think stepfather, possibly, I believe, actually, where they crashed, and try to go after some sort of technology that's there. So that's the next destination before going after the Y-Man. I'm going to see if we actually have like a going away type party. We'll leave the image on that if I can find it. Let's see here. That's when he jumps in. Let's go to right before he jumps in. Let's see if we can see everybody, because I want to try to see everybody. Yeah. So, my guess is Suika's on the ship. So the only two people that were kind of, no, or maybe three, I guess you could say, from the main cast, or Sukasa's younger sister, who she was never really a major character anyway. She was just kind of there. Uh, Manami, who, taking photos of everything, which I'm sure they'll bring cameras with them anyway. And then Ruri, which is, she was a big part of the first season, but really not so much so after the first season, besides being a little bit of a fan service. But, yeah, there you have it. So all the main characters are going to be on the ship. Episode, I would say, is next episode is called Treasure Box, so we're probably just going to get to the island next episode, because this is probably going to be like a 2-second thing. They just go to this island, have a little bit of a heart-to-heart, and then we move forward onto the main story. Being that I believe we're getting we are getting the full 24 episodes, I believe, this season. I know the second season we only got like 11, very short season, but this season it's going to be broken up into 2 cores, if I remember correctly. So that'll be good. Solid 8 out of 10, 7, 8 out of 10, somewhere in that range. Good episode overall, definitely worth a rewatch. Got a little bit of fan service in there for you too, even though I know this isn't really that type of anime, but it's there for you. And I just liked the episode. It was a good, nice little heartfelt episode. I was watching it the entire time, didn't feel bored or anything. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Turn that notification bell, and that is going to be all she wrote. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.